are essential transportation when at anchor or at a mooring. And here in Le Marin, Martinique, they're all over the place. We see dinghies going fast, dinghies going slow, dinghies with just a couple people, and dinghies that are overloaded. In this video, we're going to show you a dinghy disaster where an overloaded boat sank with 5 people aboard. When I'm editing videos, I see lots of things from my little window in front of my computer. Today I saw an overloaded boat going by, a disaster waiting to happen. I didn't have my camera in hand, but here's a picture of the same boat with just one person on board. Imagine this same boat with 5 people and loaded down with luggage. We saw waves splashing over the bow, and then we heard screams. Pierre rushed over to the scene where the girls had clambered aboard a nearby catamaran. All right, so we just saw a boat go by that looked like it was too loaded. It was bow heavy and now it's just sunk. Nous on s'en vient! Okay, so let's stop here and see what went wrong. First, the boat was overloaded for the capacity. All dinghies do have a capacity marked on a metal plate in the boat. So all dinghies say what the capacity of the boat is. Maximum number of people 5. Maximum people with luggage is 448 kilograms. And we do have life jackets in our dinghy. We have 4 always here in the bags. So the bags just have to be quick released. And there's actually a ladder here for helping get people on board. I've tied it up, but it's coming undone. The boat was bow heavy. All of the young girls were sitting in the front, and they were going too fast for the load, with waves coming into the boat as they went by. When I ran to the front of the boat after we heard the screams, there were no life preservers in sight. Lastly, the older lady driving the boat did not have the kill switch attached to the driver's wrist, and the motor was still running while everyone was in the water when Pierre arrived. That's very dangerous. Somebody could have been seriously injured by the propeller. Back to the live action. And they're climbing on board there. So when the boat went by, we said there's an accident waiting to happen because they were bow heavy and there were waves already coming over the bow and just past our boat. That's what happened. The boat went over. They've rescued themselves on the catamaran. I think they're carrying a lot of bags. I don't know what they're carrying. And there's a cooler coming this way. Pierre went to retrieve some of the things floating away, and I got my camera with a better zoom.
It's a good thing they all knew how to swim. First question I asked is somebody underwater?
So there's a small bag still missing?
Yeah.
But what's the story?
It's a 4 folded girl that were going back somewhere else. An older woman. She said, well, I wanted to take only 2, but they don't want to separate themselves. You have to stay the 4 of them together all the time.
So it was the older woman's boat?
Yeah.
And so she knew it was at risk of sinking and she did it anyways? Maybe we should call the marina, Pierre.
Yeah, call the marina.
Let's call the marina.
So I went over and I shut down her engine, but now she's emptying the boat And she hopes to be able to take those girls back to the marina. But she's lost her passport, she's lost her card, credit card, she's lost her phone, she's lost everything.
Oui, bonjour. Bonjour. C'est le bateau qui est là-bas. Ils sont passés avec une annexe qui était surchargée. Ils ont coulé. Tous les bateaux, les bagages sont mis à flotter partout. Ils ont récupéré quelques bagages. Puis là, ils sont tous installés sur le kata qui est là-bas. Puis ils espèrent d'être capables de se rendre jusqu'à la marina.
Quel kata?
Celui qui est à la Star Mia ou quelque chose comme ça, là, celui qui est juste en ligne là-bas.
Je vais essayer de les voir.
Oui, ben on les voit, je les vois d'ici très bien. Ouais.
They're putting their bags in the dinghy from the marina, which is a better solution because we couldn't put them all and all their bags in our dinghy. That's what they wanted. It wouldn't be safe, so we called the marina. They're here to give them assistance. And so what were they just saying on the VHF? They were saying that it's a sailing school that was taking students back?
I don't know. I have trouble with Creole. I don't get everything they say.
I heard bateau école.
Anyway, luckily they all knew how to swim. I was afraid by the time I got there there'd be somebody underwater or something. Then I would have had to swim and get wet.
So there's the excitement for the day. Do you want some Baileys in your coffee? The last time I recorded something exciting, one of our viewers said you should have put some Baileys in your coffee.
It's not exciting. It's just stupid.
Kidding.
It just frustrates me when somebody does something that's stupid. Anyway, the lady was in shock, so it's hard to gauge it.
Or the older lady was in shock?
Of course, yeah. She wasn't able to go up on the boat by herself, you know. I brought it up to later and let her. She was just able to float by herself. Well, the first thing I ask is there somebody missing, just in case there was somebody underwater. And then I discovered that the language was an issue.
Oh, because they didn't understand when you asked that.
The old lady only spoke French with a few words of English, and the other 4 girls were all Polish, with one of them speaking a little bit of English. So there was a communication issue also.
Well, but tu parles français?
I tried everything I could, but I don't speak Polish yet.
Oh, but the old lady was in shock, so she couldn't reply? Is that what was going on?
Yeah. She could barely float above water. She was in shock of all those things happening at the same time.
Pierre, that was an excellent question. I would not have thought the first thing to ask, how many people are there? Do we have everyone?
Pierre's been involved in many rescues. When you're boating.
But Lisa, I think the positive thing today with today's rescue, everyone didn't stand around and film it on their iPhones. They got in the dinghy, they reached for things, they were helpful. They did. That's probably why you don't have any good video, is because you were too busy helping. Hi!
So, here's a properly loaded dinghy. We're doing the trip in 2 loads. One with the luggage and the other with a few more people.